Hey, we are Trinity Oracles, and we're doing a collaboration with.
Noah the Black Cauldron. Hey, y'all. Hey.
And we are doing the reading of the rapper David and Celeste Rivas Hernandez.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, this young girl was unfortunately found in the trunk of a car. She was not alive. Yeah, not alive. And David, he is being there. There's some involvement in there. People think there is some involvement with him because they were allegedly dating. So
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, first question. Is David going to jail or prison over Celeste's body found in his car? Okay. Um, I'm not getting prison. I'm not. I'm no. I'm no.
No.
Also.
Yeah, I gotta know also. Spirit does show it's almost like he thinks he's gonna go, but then something happens. And he's like, oh, thank goodness. You know, whoever he works with, they're like, oh, we found out something else. And he's like, thank God. Whoever he's working with, Spirit says they're really they're a good team.
But you're getting he's not involved, but he's scared.
He's scared that he could
Yes.
into this. Yeah. But he's not involved.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm getting the same thing. I'm getting the Justice card in reverse, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Something is going to put it in perspective. The Three of Swords is out too, which is grief and negative talk and pessimism. He thinks that something is going to go wrong. I'm getting a message about something about the lawyer that he hired because the Page of Wands is out, and this is discovery. It's ideas. It's knowing information that people aren't privy to, right? And it also talks about freedom. I don't think that he is going to go to jail. I think this was an elaborate plot, allegedly. I do, which let me go ahead and pull on this because Spirit is telling me to. I do feel like there isn't any coming back from this though for his career. Yeah, no. Nine of Cups is out in reverse, and this is dissatisfaction. He may not go to prison, but the damage is done. Yeah, the damage is done.
Yeah, that was one of my questions. How is his career going to be able to bounce back from this?
And we can still answer that and go into depth, but that is exactly what Spirit is like. Listen, I don't see jail, I don't see prison, but he's going to suffer in that retrospect. It's not going to just be a walk in the park.
Exactly.
Yes. The Spirit does show him attempting to like put out a song or something, and people they're not buying it. So he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna back out. I'm not gonna do this.
I do see him helping the police with their investigation though. I do feel like that is what's going on in the background. Like he honestly is like, look, if you guys need anything from me, if you guys need to talk to me, of course, go through my lawyers, but I do see like him genuinely like telling them, like he's basically trying to make sure his hands are clean. So by him saying, if you got take anything you guys need, he's like, I need to make sure like everything can be proved that I was not a part of this. I wonder if he was in another region of the country, the world, the state, like he was somewhere else when this happened. That's
and that is so crazy because what I'm getting, he is. First of all, he's going through it. There's a lot of anxiety, depression, and Nine of Swords is out. The Five of Cups in reverse. This is like finding peace, and it's a setback. It is acceptance and moving forward with something. I got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, which usually is like a mother card, one of the mother cards, that and the Empress, but it's in reverse. I am wondering if he somehow, some way had her mother has something to do with how all of this, the trajectory of this is going to go. I do feel like he is going to cooperate because I don't know. I'm getting that this was this elaborate setup and it's industry based. The Four of Wands is upside down right now, and this is like conflict and it's disharmony and it's all of this weirdness. But I'm wondering why the Queen of Pentacles in reverse is here, which tells me that there is someone that has a motherly figure that either wanted to benefit from this financially or something of that nature. The home life is just upside down for both parties right now. But you got the Nine of Wands here, and this is persistence and it's courage. And I feel like David is going to cooperate, which so far it seems like he has been. But there is something that is stopping the police from arresting him. He has not been arrested.
Yeah, I got that what they're putting on the media about hearing justice. They keep bringing up like whatever the media is putting out about basically that there's not enough evidence to say that he was involved in this. They're like they're actually being factual. Like there isn't any evidence to connect him to this, so they're like we can't arrest him.
Yes,
that's what I'm getting. So will other people get charged and be brought into this?
Yes. Well, other people be challenged. Ooh. Ooh.
People could be brought into this. They show a woman and they show a man.
Yes, let me go ahead and tell you. That's what I'm getting to. So I got 3 different archetypes. Okay. I got the Queen of Swords upside right, the Queen of Cups upside down, and the Emperor upside right. I feel like other people will be brought in. I do not feel like I don't feel like it's like David was involved, but not directly involved. These people did this. I don't know. I don't know what that means. That's what I'm getting. Somebody else. There was some other parties, and I feel like there is between 2 and 3 people. The Tower card is upside down, and this is like averting. It's like dodging something that you know is going to happen, a disaster that's going to happen. And then the Moon is here. That's unknowing and not knowing what exactly is going to happen with this whole situation. But I feel like there are other people involved, and I feel like this is not necessarily David. It's just a very, very eerie feeling where it's like there's so many moving parts of it, and I feel like this is the reason why he has not been arrested because there's not enough to just pin it on him.
Yes. Okay. So will her murder ever be solved? Will she ever get justice?
Oh. Yes. Yes. Yes.
I'm getting indefinite yes.
Oh my God.
They said there's a whole bunch of evidence that's unreleased to the public, and they really have their eye. I didn't think one specific person, but whoever this person is going to spill the beans about someone else or other people involved.
This could be a couple weeks to. I'm going to give you. I'm going to say a couple weeks to a couple months to no more than 1 year. This is going to be solved very easily because they keep showing DNA. They keep showing me DNA markers over and over and over. Yeah, so I think once they got DNA and they're able to put pieces together, this is done. This is done. There's nothing else to prove. But I'm gonna tell you guys something. Celeste is actually helping, and they keep showing her above her friends. Because I don't know, I haven't heard anything about her friends, but they keep showing her friends like trying to generate support, trying to help investigators, like maybe like talking.
They are,
to people.
yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and I don't know. I know I'm very familiar with the case, the surface level of it, but I'm not sure how familiar you are. But the children are coming out and saying
her friends,
her friends, yes, and they're all still very much so children. I agree. Her murder is going to be solved. We have the Justice card right side up. We have the Ace of Swords. We have the Star in reverse, and we have the Three of Pentacles. What this tells me is not only is it going to be solved, it's going to be breakthroughs. And I think there's new developments coming, and I don't think it's going to even take it to the end of the year. I feel like the actual solving of her murder will happen next year. But new information, new things coming out within the next anywhere from 3 to maybe 8 weeks, if even. Breakthroughs. This is mental. The Ace of Swords is mental clarity, new ideas, things like that. Three of Pentacles. This is collaboration. This is teamwork. And it's so funny you said that you see her over her friends because now collectively, not only the internet has started pulling out different evidences, her friends are coming for people that knew her in life. So this was not a secret at all. And it's so crazy because I don't know why Spirit is leading me to talk about her family dynamic because this was not a secret. It wasn't a secret. Everybody kind of knew where Celeste was. They just didn't know the exact location, but they knew that she was with a very older man. Everybody knew. I don't know why. What is this with Celeste's family dynamic? What went on with her family, herself, and David?
Yeah, because I do believe they said her family knew and they tried to stop her, but she would run away all the time. So they were trying to prevent her from, hanging out with them.
Yeah. I feel like they knew. Okay. It's I'm gonna tell you what I got because it's almost like at the end of the day, she was doing what she wanted to do.
Yes.
So we have the Four of Cups in reverse, and this is like a sudden awareness and it's choosing happiness. Now, whoever this was that decided, clarify this, whoever decided that they were just gonna choose peace over arguing, I don't know if it was a man or maybe her dad or someone, but this is what is clarified by the Four of Cups. You have the Ten of Wands in reverse, and this is talking about carrying the burden and having to do this all by themselves. And this could have been her family trying to keep her there. It's like they call the police, nothing ever happens. The Lovers in reverse is out, which is disharmony, and this is within her family. I don't know if she came from like a broken home or what, but it's giving that the house really wasn't all that stable and money could have played a big part in this. Yeah. And it's the Justice card again out in reverse. And then the Two of Swords, a lesser of two evils. So what this tells me is that at some point, everybody knew that Celeste was with David. It wasn't a secret. I feel like there was monetary things being going on, people being paid off. I know directly the friends said that David was paying them to be quiet, the children.
I
Yes,
too.
paying them off. But it's never been confirmed that he was sending parents, family money. But you have the Three of Pentacles out here. This is collaborating to find, I mean, what are we going to do? It also kind of speaks to someone pawning her off to David. Kind of like, okay, well, you're not going to leave her alone. She's not going to stop running away. So we need to be compensated. Like, we need to be taken care of in that sort of way.
Okay. Yeah. So let's do this.
What is, hold on. Does anybody know, because they keep bringing up abuse, some type of abuse in the household, not Celeste being abused, but I feel like there could have been a family member under some type of like maybe substance abuse. There's some, because I keep hearing the word abuse in the household. I feel like Celeste grew up very fragile because of her background, and there's some significance about having. Oh, I'm not going to say that. But I'm just going to. I think.
Go ahead and say it. Go ahead.
I keep hearing.
Everybody, listen. Go ahead and say whatever it is that you are feeling or being called to say, because I got a message kind of like that about it. It wasn't it is Celeste, but not in the way that you think or the average person would think. So what are you thinking?
I'm getting that the household is very trivial, and Celeste this was her way out. I get that there's issues, but I also, I hate to say this, but I kind of feel like Celeste was not 100% mentally stable. I hate to say this about someone that has deceased, but I do feel like there is something there that her family knew and was struggling to get a hold of.
Her judgment was off.
Yes, and they keep bringing like, if she wasn't like crazy, but just there's a little.
I get a little like in a fantasy world.
Yes, because I keep seeing that, and it's like I keep hearing Kanye West. I'm not saying she was like Kanye West, but I keep hearing, you can't tell me nothing. So it's like you couldn't tell her that David didn't love her. You could not
like
tell.
Delusional, like that fantasy.
Yes, locked up in like this, young girl fantasy, like, and it's like, look. David doesn't love you, like, yeah, you guys are together, but you're his flavor of the season, and it's like, no, he loves me. And it's like, there is no way. Spirit keeps saying very poor judgment, but I would not be shocked if secrets start coming out about the household and also other family members. And I keep hearing affluent family members. Does anybody know if she has any family members that are affluent or tied to the music industry? Because they said there's going to be secrets coming out, and they're going to run rampant right after the close of this case.
Spirit does mention. They keep saying that Celeste they said she's a true victim of her family circumstances.
Mhm.
They said she wasn't protected. That's
Yep.
all I'll say. That's all I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah. There
Okay.
is, it gives a lot of dysfunction and toxicity within the family dynamic. We have the Empress card out, which is the mother, and then we have the Queen of Cups in reverse as well. High Priestess. It was a lot of secrets within the household, a lot of things that were very, very toxic. And this kind of molded, or what the cards are saying, this kind of molded Celeste in not the most positive way, because you got the Hermit in reverse, and this is isolation, and it's withdraw, and it talks about you losing your way because of the dynamic in the house. The Five of Swords in reverse, and this is past resentment. It's somebody wanting to reconcile, but at that point, I feel like it was too late to reconcile.
Pretty much.
It's like, yes, it's like whenever your kid runs away and you know that a lot of the things that they ran away for were valid reasons, and then you want to come back and say, "Hey, I'm so sorry. It's already too late. They've lost their way." So I feel like there was a lot of things in the house that is going to not only come to light, but is going to be deemed as like, why would you do that, girl? Why would you let your daughter do this? It's going to be very, very detrimental, I feel like, to the family and how they look.
Exactly. Exactly. But I'll say this before we jump to the next question. I heard Spirit said no matter what her family did, like say if she was fiercely protected and hermited and did it, they said no matter what anybody did, it wasn't going to work. That's what Celeste is actually telling us. She's like, where my mental state was, no matter what nobody did, unless y'all put me under lock and key, that was the only way she goes that they were going to be able to protect me. She's like, of course nobody can keep their child under lock and key. That's what I'm getting.
So we can do Celeste's current energy, and does she regret her alleged relationship with David?
Oh, I keep hearing something about an affair.
So that's
Her current energy, though, is very interesting. Celeste actually says for the first time in her life, she actually feels free.
Wow.
So even though she's like, people are seeing my unfortunate passing, early passing as bad, she's like, I actually feel good. I get to be myself.
And you know, it's funny. I actually see David in the industry for what they really are. So she's showing the industry. She was chasing the limelight too. I feel like there may have been broken promises from people in the industry, but I feel like more like David. You know what I mean? Like I can make you an influencer. I can make you a star. Stuff. So she shows. Yes, I actually can like see like him for who he really was. Like
yes. And it's crazy she's talking about the industry, because I feel like this has something to do with her passing as well. She was not happy. So I feel like there was a lot of things that were promised to her or sold to her as it was going to be this glamorous lifestyle, her traveling, but she wasn't happy. She got the sun twice, and I didn't clarify to the viewers. I used just a Rider and Wave deck. It's two of them, probably two and a half of them. I add cards to them or whatever the case is, and she got the sun card in reverse twice, which talks about feeling down, inner child like thoughts, but just overly optimistic about a situation that she totally, it let her down. The Knight of Cups in reverse, and this usually talks about a man that has become, who was once a Prince Charming, coming to save you from whatever. It becomes a man who's moody, overactive, very jealous, different things like that. Again, the Justice card, I keep pulling it so many times in this reading in reverse, because this was not fair. Does she regret the things that happened with David? No. That is a very large no.
I got that too.
No.
She's like, oh, if two people are meant to be together, like what can you do?
No.
That's her mindset.
Right. And it comes down to Romeo. It's almost like a Romeo and Juliet type of thing, but he didn't die. She did. But she does say like she doesn't regret it, because now there is balance in things. There's moderation, and there's more patience for her and herself. Like before, it's like I can't do anything right. My family doesn't want me. All of these negative things. I think she's truly at peace. She brings out herself as the Queen of Cups, which is the lover girl kind of, type of energy with the Ace of Swords. And this is mental clarity and it's breakthrough. So I don't think she regrets her relationship. I'm also getting that this was written in her story some kind of way, like this was gonna happen. She was not meant to live this long, drawn out life. If it wasn't gonna be David, it would have been something else, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
So
makes sense. Yep. Did you have any other things? Yeah, she told me, she's like, I will not be coming back. She said, yeah. She's like, I'm staying. She's like, I'm good. This is my last life on earth. Like, I'm good. And for some reason, I see her up there with souls, and she goes, "Yeah, I'm working with domestic violence victims." That's what she looked. She's like, "That's what I'm working with up here, is helping souls that were traumatized as domestic violence when they passed. Like domestic violence was the reason they passed. So she's up there helping them." Yep, yep. But she told me to say this. She says, people back up off my friends and my family. That's what she keeps particularly bringing up her friends, because her friends were like her family, her second family. Like, and she's like, they knew me. She's like, I'm curious if there's threats to her friends, because she's like, people, please back up off my friends. They did the best they could. But like,
and I think, and
what's going
I don't know
on.
threats necessarily, but everybody is looking at the children as if they're not children. And they're like, well, why would you ever, accept money from a grown man to keep your mouth shut? So it's almost like they're being blamed in the sense of, this wouldn't have happened if you would have reported it, or whatever the case is. But I think it goes a little bit deeper than just that. Like, I don't think Dave was just paying the children. I believe he was paying the family as well. It's so many moving parts to this whole thing. So it doesn't surprise me that she's like, y'all, please don't do that to my family. Yeah, like she's begging. But she keeps pointing to her friends, and she's like, back up off them. Like, they did the best they could. Like, they have limited understanding, backstops. And she keeps bringing up threats. I'm curious if they get a lot of threats in their DMs. I'm curious if, like, because she should please leave them alone. Wow. Yeah. So that was all there. That was a juicy reading. Yeah. Yeah, that was. Like I said, I feel like she will be vindicated within the next 3 to 8 weeks. Not even vindicated, but there's something that's going to come up that's going to break it open. One thing I did want to ask is, and I forgot to mention this whenever we were making the questions, the private investigator, is he going to have anything to do with the solving of her murder? Because what had happened was, the homeowner, the guy that owns David's house, hired a PI. Her family did not hire a PI. He did, because he's like, what is going on? So I'm wondering, is he going to have anything to do with the solving of this case? Because he's gotten more information out than anybody. He also said that he suspects that she had been dead for a lot longer than what we suspect her to be. The last day of any signs of life was January 2nd of this year. So, is the private investigator handling Celeste's case, is he going to be a part of the reason that this case is solved?
I'm getting a yes. There are gonna be other people involved. They're gonna. It's like he's part of it. So I'm getting a yes. No, there's other people who are gonna help crack this case. Just not him.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a very, very good reading or an answer for it as well. I got an immediate yes. I got the Wheel of Fortune. I got the Queen of Pentacles, meaning that there is probably going to be a woman who is going to be helping as well. This could be David's lawyer. It could be the mother. Whoever it is probably, they have children for sure. They have children for sure. Then we have the Nine of Pentacles. This is the fruits of all the labor that's been put into the case. And the Fool in reverse, I feel like he is holding back a lot of information that's going to help solve it. Like, I feel like he is getting closer and closer to figuring out what the hell went on. But I definitely think he's going to be a good part of it being solved.
I actually feel like there's going to be a landmark ruling because of this case. But I also see, what's funny is they said there's going to be some type of makeshift memorial made for her. And thousands of people are going to come to this makeshift memorial. Wow. But this is after the person gets sentenced. I'm getting goosebumps again. Like, after the person gets sentenced, yes. And they said her name is going to live on forever, but there could be some type of law named after her. There could be some type of foundation, created after her. Like I said, this is going to create some type of landmark ruling after this person is convicted.
Yeah, and it could pertain to how they treat runaways and different things like that.
Exactly.
Because she had ran away a couple of times. Her teacher even said she was running away a lot. And I feel like the way they treat runaways and the way they investigate whenever children run away is going to be changed. A foundation would be amazing as well, but I feel like the way they investigate runaways, not just saying, "Oh, well, she's a runaway. She'll come back." It's gonna be deeper than that.
Exactly. And they said once this landmark ruling comes, it will help solve a lot of cases much faster. So instead of like police being afraid to jump the gun, it's, you know what, let's just go ahead and, put a notice out. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and do that. So I heard Celeste said it's gonna close up the gap of not completely 100%, but it's gonna close the gap of hesitancy a little bit more, especially with those who tend to be runaways more frequently. Yes, because
she ran away again. Oh, she'll be back.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I also feel like this has something to do with the industry. I feel like there are other people in the industry that knows exactly what happened. I just think that she was a little bit in the dark about what was going to happen, but this is not really a secret amongst a demographic of people. I don't know if that's what you're getting. I have the High Priestess out, and this is intuition. And it talks about kind of trusting yourself in that nature. And then the Seven of Cups in reverse, Five of Cups in reverse. It's almost like she gives off the energy on my side, or maybe not even her, but my ancestors and spirit guides. At first, it was almost like, I can't believe that I'm dead, and I cannot believe who did it. Almost like it wasn't. This whole thing is going to surprise us. I know it seems like it's obvious, but there's too many moving parts for it to be just that easy. So I don't see him. I don't see him going to jail. I don't. Something in my heart, even though we all want to be the judge, executioner, jury, I don't know if I don't think he did this. I think somebody planted her in his car, which was kind of jacked up, but I don't think he did this. She seems a little bit surprised, like this was taking her by surprise. I don't think drugs were in. Do you think drugs were involved in this?
I got no.
I don't feel like drugs were. We're still waiting on her toxicology report.
Yeah, seriously. She's saying drugs weren't involved.
This is something different. David knows what happened. He knows what happened.
Thank you guys for watching this video. Like and subscribe to Noah's channel, The Black Cauldron. We're gonna put the link to your YouTube channel link below.
Yes.
And until next time.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Y'all do good. Be good. Stay safe.